Hey, there's a neat sort of a psychological perversity is not necessarily the correct word, but it's a psychological error or defect. And it's called truth by consensus. Now, some YouTube photography channels, now, I'm not singling any of them out. There's actually a couple that are guilty of this. There's actually more than a couple. They have endless thousands of subscribers, and I don't begrudge them that. That's perfectly wonderful. There is, however, a psychology that goes along with that thinks that they are infallible. Notions that, you shouldn't stick full frame lenses on crop sensor cameras, which is nonsense. Or the notion that larger sensors gather more light, which they don't because their exposure is per unit area. And this is called truth by consensus. It is the faulty premise, the psychological twist, if you will, that one that has endless numbers of countless thousands of subscribers has said something which is existentially, empirically, and demonstrably incorrect. But the belief resides within the mentality such that I have so many subscribers, I have said it, therefore it is true. It's kind of like Moses coming down off the mountain, right? And here be the law. So let it be written, so let it be. Now, this doesn't really fly. And it's called a cult of personality. But the cult of personality becomes a self-reinforcing. It's not psychosis, but this notion, and I've observed it many times, and I'm not singling a single person out, but I've noticed it many times, that it's like, here's why you're wrong, boom, boom, boom. These are the facts. They are undeniable. They're indisputable. No, I have so many subscribers. I have said it, therefore it must be so. That's sort of truth by consensus. Well, I have many, many hundreds of thousands of. I've said it, therefore it is true. This doesn't work that way. This is called the fallacy of truth by consensus, which, is timeless, and the cult of personality. So we're operating off a double axis that has a psychological twist within this personality that. If I have enough subscribers, if I've said it, therefore it is true because I'm incredibly popular. It doesn't work that way. Everybody makes mistakes, okay? This is also irrefutable. That's indisputable, so I'm not referring to myself or to anybody else as infallible. Some are more fallible than others, and, that's not in question. But this notion that if you can point out to someone, look, you're wrong, boom, 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 here's the fact. No, 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 I have said it, and therefore it is true, because I have many tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of subscribers. The truth doesn't work that way, The cult of personality doesn't fly in the face of truth and evidence and objective empirical facts. This truth by consensus. I have many people that believe me, and I have said it, therefore it is true. This also does not fly in the face of empirical facts. So, I've seen this a lot recently. I've seen it for, I've been reading about it in ancient Greek metaphysics, and of course the ancient Platonists and the Indians also would argue. And they actually had the same thing as Facebook followers, if you will, back in the day, If so-and-so has X number of followers, then, it is approachable. You cannot question him. He has so many followers. He is without question. He is beyond reproach. Well, the world and the universe don't work that way. If you're not a truth seeker, then you're kind of out there with the rest of the sheep. Bah! Bah! If you're a truth seeker, you don't play that game. So think about that. That he's got X number of hundreds of thousands of subscribers. It must be true. No. Good night.